Hello, Scorpio, and welcome in. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for you on career, love, and relationships, life path, and mission for the second half of July. We do have a lot of things going on in the second half of July, some kind of big things happening. On July 17th, North Node moves from Taurus into Aries. So it's been in Taurus for the last 18 months, and it's moving into Aries, and it'll be there until January of 2025. And at the same time, South Node is moving into Libra. So with North Node, remember that is about your mission, your journey, your path in this lifetime. What is it that you're supposed to be accomplishing? What is it that you should be aspiring to? It is about pushing you to grow and kind of pushing you outside of your comfort zone. And that Aries energy, that's that fire energy. And this time is really going to be about finding that balance between kind of serving others and serving yourself. So I would term that as like a healthy dose of selfishness. You don't want to be totally self-absorbed to the point where you don't care what's happening with other people. But like the airplane safety videos say, put your own mask on first before attempting to help others. So you've probably been in a place of giving more and being more concerned about other people's thoughts and feelings and what do they want, to your own detriment. This is really going to be this new shift in North Node is really going to be about standing in your own truth. Be unapologetically you. Be bold. Be brave. Be assertive. Embrace your individuality and your authenticity, and don't be bound by societal expectations. It could be that you've been a people pleaser, and that's just what you think society expects of you. And now we're entering this new phase where it's really about you and how do you grow? How do you move in your purpose? And what is it that you need to do to be able to grow as a person and continue on your ascension path? All right. So on the career side, and this is your kind of recent past, your present, and your future or your likely outcome. And it's interesting. I've been getting this Two of Pentacles in reverse quite a bit as I've been doing these sign readings in various positions here. So kind of interesting that card keeps making its presence known. Your Two of Pentacles in reverse, that's that kind of feeling of being unorganized. You have too many balls in the air. So as you're looking at your career and job path, work, what are you spending your time doing? You've kind of come to that conclusion of you have too many balls in the air. So it's a little bit of that feeling of being burned out, like you're unorganized, maybe even that sense of, running around like a chicken with your head cut off. And that's not a very good space for you to be in. That's not where you want to be. And it's actually generating this sense of like anxiety and stress and trauma, sleepless nights as you're sitting here worried about it because you have so many balls in the air and you feel like things are really unorganized. But in the, kind of in the future or likely outcome here, this card, this Five of Wands, is really about rivalry and conflict. And it could be that you've had too many balls in the air and it's causing you all this stress because it's also causing you problems on the work front, whether it's that you have too many different conflicting ideas and so it's causing issues within your job, or maybe this is conflict or rivalry with other coworkers. Perhaps something, maybe you have a very stressful job and something kind of fell through the cracks, got missed, and now it's causing these issues. So it looks like it's a stressful situation there. And, hopefully with some of these other big changes that are coming up, you'll be able to get some relief from that. as I mentioned, South Node is moving into Libra, and your South Node, that is all about what are you kind of carrying forward either from earlier experiences in this lifetime, maybe from past lifetimes. What are some of these past patterns? Your past patterns kind of symbolize your comfort zone, and with the South Node, it's what are these different attachments that are hindering your personal growth? And the Libra energy, that's that wanting to find balance and harmony and fairness, but you do need to be mindful that there's a tendency to tip that into a people-pleasing energy, and it could be, it could be that you're coming off of that sort of mindset, where you have too many balls in the air, you're doing too much, you're spreading yourself too thin, and it's catching up to you. So if you put that in the context of this Aries and North Node, and what is your path, being unapologetically you and standing in your truth, maybe that would have been a situation where, you push back and say, no, I can't do this. I can't work on this many different projects at work. You're going to have to find somebody else. And that'll help kind of alleviate some of that stress. And that is it's a very challenging situation. And I know there's always that sense at work of, if you say, no, I'm not going to work on this project, you don't want to be seen as not being a team player. But sometimes that is necessary to protect yourself. I know I personally had situations where I ended up having to step off of certain projects or accounts at work because it was too much from a stress perspective, and it just didn't feel right anymore. As we look at your relationship path, your love life, the Three of Cups here in the immediate past, that's that celebration and community and friendship. Sometimes that's seen as kind of a union card on the twin flame side, or you've been thinking about that, and you've had that good positive experience. In the current energy, you're sitting in this Fool energy, so that's about new beginnings and a step forward. So there's a celebration, and for some of you, maybe it was a matter of something ended, a relationship ended, and you're starting out on a new journey. The Lovers in reverse, in terms of the near future or likely outcome, this is about disharmony and imbalance and trying to decide, what do you really want? So when you pair that up with a new beginning, maybe you were celebrating something, you had moved out of a relationship and now you're ready for a new beginning. And this would be kind of the caution of, don't be so fast to move through this process that you put yourself in a position where there's going to be, maybe you're overlooking some red flags because you're excited about the new beginning and leading to some disharmony. So a little bit of a cautionary tale there. One of the other things that's happening this month, on July 22nd, Venus is in retrograde in Leo. As a reminder, that retrograde energy, that is that reminder for you to kind of turn inwards and to look at what else needs to be healed. What do you need to address in order to be able to move forward on your path and to stand in your truth? The Leo energy is that creativity and that self-expression, and maybe that for you ends up looking like having your own self-expression, standing in your truth and your creativity with this new beginning, and maybe taking a little bit of a pause and saying, okay, what is it that I really want? Let's not rush into a new beginning. We just celebrated something. Let's not rush into a new beginning where it could be hasty, where I'm going to be disappointed. And then finally here, we will take a look at your life path, your mission. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Then we have our Nine of Cups. And then we have our Nine of Wands. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and that's, that's a card, that destined and fated type of a card. But in the reverse, that's, some delays, some bad luck, some misfortune. So normally Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card. In your immediate past, maybe you've had some issues with having a tough time identifying what your path is. Maybe you thought you were on your life path that you were supposed to be on, but something happened and now all of a sudden you're kind of left wondering, maybe you got derailed there a little bit. So 9 of Cups, in terms of your current energy, there is a sense of achievement or contentment. So even if this didn't work out, if one path didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, or you were expecting it to, you are sitting in more of that place of contentment, achievement, attainment. And that, that could be part of that destined and fated, that you were supposed to go down that path and have that path close itself off to you to redirect your focus onto something better, something more suited. With your likely outcome, or kind of the next piece in the future for you, with your 9 of Wands, that's about kind of that persistence and making a stand. So, on your new path, if you've kind of changed directions here because this part was disappointing, you're on a new path and you need to be persistent with it. And this may not be a total change of path. Maybe it was just something, bad luck, disappointment that happened on that path, but you're still content, you're still on that path, and you're making a stand for it. You're fighting for that path because that's the path that you want to be on. And both of those with the 9s in there, this is about attainment and about achieving those desired results. So overall, that looks like it's some favorable development there. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards here for you. All right. What is Spirit trying to say to our Scorpios here? Grief. And with these, there's the theme here is grief, and then underneath it is the affirmation to help you address that. So it says, grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Maybe something wasn't working out the way that you thought it was going to. It's giving you new perspective to be able to appreciate, what did I learn from that scenario? Sometimes with this card, because I feel like this card's been coming out a fair amount in some of these readings, and it almost comes across like it could be taken as, the only way that you're going to understand the value of something is if you lose it, which I don't know that I necessarily agree with that in all situations. Sometimes it's a matter of, with that grief card, that if you lose it, you can appreciate the opportunity for growth that you had with it. And so rather than taking it as a devastation, you can take that as an opportunity to appreciate the lessons that you learned through that experience. All right, here's our Moon card. You're very close to achieving your goal. A very optimistic card there. And I would say, especially on this path here, where you're looking at making a stand and having just a little bit more perseverance, you're very close to being able to make your goal. Just stick with it a little bit longer on that path and see what happens there. All right, and let's pull a spirit animal card for you. Oh, there's a whole bunch that jumped out there. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. And that's a wonderful card, that you're so close to achieving your goal. And as we kind of piece these together with especially with this line here, the life path or your mission, it seems like it's less of a matter of totally switching directions, and there was a hiccup in the road that maybe tapped you a little bit in a different direction, but you're so close to achieving your goals. There's infinite possibilities there, and with that perseverance, you can really break through and do something extraordinary. I hope this has been helpful for you. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest. I'll do another similar reading to this one at the end of July for the first half of August. In the meantime, I'll do the daily card pulls where I pull the one major arcana and then a couple of oracle cards for you, just to be able to see what the day has in store. So feel free to check those out over the next couple of weeks until there's another bigger reading like this for your zodiac sign. And until the next time, I hope you find peace on your path and many blessings surround you. So thank you for joining us today for this, and look forward to the next time. Bye-bye.